Hey there, this is Adam White, founder of Adam White Speaks and creator of Adam White's Skill of Influence, the online course. And I'm so excited to talk to you today. I hope you've been enjoying my sessions. If this is your first time watching a video, then I'm sure you will enjoy this session. You can come and visit me at Adam White Speaks and feel free to share. If you've been following me, you've been with me all along, guess what? You're in for another great session. On this session today, we're going to talk about 5 ways to tap into your inner greatness. Man, you know, as I go around, I talk about 2 of my signature programs, Unlock the Power Within and Made for Greatness. And people are always fascinated by the inner self. There's more potential in me than what I realize. There's more in me that I want to unlock. We're in a generation where people are discovering their passion. They're discovering their purpose in life. They're asking the universal question, what was I made and created to do? And so today I want to give you 5 things that are going to help you to tap into your inner greatness. And I don't care what anyone else have told you. I don't care what they've said. You are made for greatness, and your creator has invested great things in you. And today we're going to talk about what are some of the ways we can help to get that inner greatness out. How do we tap into our inner greatness? We have it. We just have to find out how to tap into it. So today we're going to talk about 5 things that I think are really going to help you tap into your inner greatness. Let's get started. Number 1, we have to create the need for greatness. Man, that's powerful. Let me say it again. We have to be able to create the need for greatness if we're going to tap into our inner greatness. You know, often an athlete or someone who's getting ready to do a great competition, they will get themselves in gear and get themselves pumped up. And the way they tap into their inner greatness to perform at the highest level and to do things that seems almost inhuman to be able to do is they create the need for greatness. What is your need? You know, often we miss greatness because we haven't created a need for it in our lives. We want to be great. See that? Watch the difference. We want to be great, but we don't need to be great. There's a big difference. Your need might be your mom. Your need could be someone who's passed on to the next life, and you want to live your life in fullness in honor of them. Someone you lost who was dear to you, who meant the world to you. And you say, I'm going to do something great in my life because I want to memorialize that person. I want to make sure that my life is at the standard that they would be proud of if they were living today. Maybe your need is for the future. Your need is your children. They're little today, but you know they're going to grow up, and you want to leave a legacy for your children. You want to leave something behind that is great, that they can be proud of and say, hey, my parents did something awesome. Whatever your need could be within yourself. You have a certain desire and a burning drive to do great things in life. Whatever the reason is, you have to create the need for greatness. There is a big difference. What will drive you to tap into the inner greatness and into more of who you are and your potential is creating the need. Do you have a need for greatness, or do you just want to be great? See, when you just want to be great, there is no push. There's no drive. There is no hunger. You just, hey, I'd like to be great. And if greatness comes along my path, then that's fantastic. If not, I'm just going to continue living, just a mediocre life. I'm just going to get by the best way that I can. No, you have to turn I want greatness unto I need greatness. And the best way to create the need in your life for greatness is think about what legacy you want to leave behind. How do you want to be remembered in this life? What lives do you want to impact? One of my most popular quotes that I wrote and that touches people's lives is simply this: we will only be remembered by the results we produce and the lives that we touch. Man, that's powerful. Let me say it again. You are only going to be remembered by the results that you produce and the lives that you touch. So the way to create a need for the greatness and tap into the greatness that is within you is you have to create the need for greatness. Man, that's awesome. Let's go to number 2. Number 2 is you have to increase your productivity. Now, this is this deals with time management. Often what causes us not to be able to tap into our inner greatness is that we're not maximizing our time. We're focused on distractions, and we're finding time to do everything but what we should do that will allow us to tap into more of our greatness. So number two is we have to increase our productivity. Don't focus on multitasking, starting a bunch of tasks, and then at the end of the day, nothing has been accomplished. No, you want to use the power of focus. What are my outcomes for the day? Start your day with your agenda, not someone else's agenda. What is my plan for today? What is it that I want to accomplish? And chart out your day. Create that. You know, when you create that to-do list, when I create a to-do list, I have the time stamp on the items that's on my list. So for example, if something I feel would take about 15 minutes to get done, I make sure I write 15 minutes and I watch the clock to make sure I am maximizing my time. I don't have a moment to waste because there are only so many tomorrows. I only have one chance to touch as many lives as I can as far as Adam White Speaks is concerned. So I have created that need for greatness, that need to do something great in the lives of others, and I don't want to waste my time. I have to increase my productivity. Another way to increase your productivity is increase your stamina. Increase your energy. Start with a healthy routine. Make sure your diet is good and you're exercising and releasing those endorphins in your life that causes you to have a tremendous amount of energy that you can accomplish great things. So number two, you have to be able to increase your productivity. Make sure that you're focused on getting things done every single day. Don't waste time. Don't waste minutes. Don't spend time on idle conversations. Don't scroll through your timeline on social media. It's okay to have those things, but you want to focus on time, because 1 minute turns into 5 minutes, 5 minutes to 5 hours. And before you know it, the day has passed you by. One more day has slipped away from your life and you have not tapped into your true inner greatness. This is a big one. So number two, in order to tap that inner greatness, you have to be able to increase your productivity. You are a production center. As a human being, what results are you going to produce? So you are a production center. What are you producing every day? Are you producing something? A little bit, a lot, nothing? What are you producing every single day? Increase your productivity. Man, awesome. And watch this. Last thing I'll say on this. When you increase your productivity, what happens in business? When we're making progress and we increase our productivity and more products are being produced, more services are being produced, watch what happens. So goes our wealth. Our wealth also increases. When we increase our productivity, we can increase our wealth. And that's tapping into that inner greatness. Man, that's awesome. All right, let's move on. Number three is you have to raise your standard. If you really want to be able to tap in more of your potential, tap into more of your greatness, you're going to have to hold yourself to a higher standard. You can't go by what, just because one person likes what you did or one person, hey, that's great. It is great, but here's my motto. It's good, but it's not good enough. I can't rest on one success. I can't be happy with success and say, okay, I've made it accomplished here, and so I'm done. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm happy where I am. No, you have to keep moving and making progress. So number three, you have to raise your standard. It's not expecting more from others. It's not expecting others to do more for you, but you have to raise the standard to expect more from yourself. Where is your bar in life right now? Where is the standard for your life? Is your bar so high that you got to stretch outside of your comfort zone to reach it? Oh man, that's where it's at. Let me say that again. Is your bar high enough in life that you have to reach outside of your comfort zone to be able to achieve it? That is how we tap that inner greatness within us. Oh yes, it's there, but we have to use these tools. And one of the biggest tools we have to do is we are dreaming too small. We are thinking too small. We're expecting too little. No, you got to expand your vision, expand your dream, expand your thinking, expand into unlimited possibilities. Just as the universe, we are unlimited in capacity. So you have to be able to raise the standard for your life. Don't hang out with people that aren't going anywhere, that aren't accomplishing anything. You have to raise your standard. Man, that's good stuff. Here's number four. Number four, we have to be able to develop your skill of influence. You know, if you really want to tap into inner greatness, you have to tap into the inner greatness of others. That's powerful. So if you want to tap into your inner greatness, you have to work on your skill of influence. You have to be able to influence people to buy from you, to support you, to believe in your dream. You got to have the ability to influence human behavior and bring people together in a collective goal and purpose to accomplish a task or a mission. That's what leadership is. And we have to be mastering the leadership of us. So number 4, if you want to tap into more inner greatness, you have to be able to develop your skill of influence. I want you to check out my skill of influence online and learn how to develop the tools of influence, the tools that drive human behavior, human decision, and human action. Number 4, develop your skill of influence. All right, finally, number 5. Number 5 is you have to understand your potential. Man, this is great. If you want to tap into your inner greatness, you need to understand this, that the human mind has the ability to graduate from more than 12 universities, learn 40 different languages, and memorize an encyclopedia from cover to cover. Man, that is awesome. And I'm not reading that, by the way. I have that memorized. Let me say it again. The human brain has the ability to graduate from more than 12 universities, learn 40 different languages, and memorize an encyclopedia from cover to cover. Do you think you've tapped your potential? Do you think you've doing everything that you possibly can? Have you maximized who you are? I don't think so. I sure haven't. The more that I do in life, watch this, the more I realize I need to do. The more I accomplish, the more I realize there's so much more I need to accomplish. The more lives that I touch as I speak and travel around the country, the more I realize that I haven't touched enough lives yet. Do you live with that type of desire, that type of drive that says, although I've done great things, I'm not happy where I'm at. There's more that is in me. I have not tapped my full potential. So number 5, in order to tap into your inner greatness, you have to understand, you have to comprehend, and you have to embrace the fact that you have so much potential that is left in you that is yet untapped. There's so much knowledge, the brain, and it has been created to memorize and to think and to reason, and you have logic and so many skill sets that can catapult you to the next level of life. So I want to challenge you in close of this session today. Have you really tapped your fullest potential? Are you happy where you are? Are you happy with the finance that you're making? Are you happy with your income? Are you happy with your relationships? Are you happy in your career? Are you happy where you live? Are you happy living life on your terms? Are you living life on someone else's terms? If you're living on someone else's terms, you have not fully tapped your full potential yet. You should be living life on your terms. So this is a challenge for you today. Understand your potential. If you want to tap into more greatness, you've got to understand what greatness is in there and how to get access to it. I'm your coach, and I can help you do it. Hey, this is Adam White. Let's run through them again. 5 ways to tap into your inner greatness. Number 1, create the need. Make sure you create the need for greatness. I'm doing this for a purpose, for a reason, and that's the meaning for my life. Here's number 2, increase your productivity. Don't waste a moment. Maximize your time and your effort and your energy. Focus, don't multitask, and watch how much more you'll accomplish in your days. You'll tap inner greatness. Number 3 is we have to be able to raise our standard. Expect more from yourself. Challenge yourself to go beyond your comfort zone and do great things. Number 4, you have to be able to develop your skill of influence. You have to be able to influence human behavior, human action, and human decision. No man is an island. We all have to rely on others to help us build the dream that we see. So learn how to develop your skill of influence and learn the 6 human needs, the 2 greatest fears, and the things that really drive human decision. Finally, number 5, you have to understand your potential. Human brain, 12 universities, 40 different languages, and can memorize an encyclopedia from cover to cover. Have you memorized Dr. Seuss yet? Have you memorized just a few pages of the Bible or your favorite book? Well, guess what? You have a whole encyclopedia left to go. So I want you to tap into your potential today, because guess what? You were made for greatness. This is Adam White. I'll see you next time.